Okay. Hey, so it's one thing to come into the US as an F1 student, and it's also another thing to come into the US and be successful as an F1 student. And this is coming from someone who has achieved some amount of success. And I believe that there are certain things that I personally implemented, or I know people implementing these things, and that is why they are successful in the US, even though they are on F1 basis. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's just jump right into this video. Now, the first thing you would want to do here if you're on F1 visa is you would want to learn the skill of networking. When I say network with a lot of people. Have at least one or two people from every field. So if you know someone from the legal field, you can get to know someone from the medical field, you can get to know someone from real estate. You have to know people from every single field here in the US. Network with people. And when I tell you to network, how do you find these people to network? Attend conferences. Conferences in the US is easy to attend. Just go online. Medical conferences near me, just apply, get into it, attend these conferences, attend virtually. When you get there, introduce yourself to people who are being prominent there. Let's say someone came to give a keynote speech, and after the event you see him walking out, oh hey, my name is this and so, coming from this country, hey, I like your speech, blah blah blah. Is there any way I could connect with you? Blah blah blah. You understand? And be friends with them, right? When you network with people over here, it opens your mind. It makes you see how people in the higher places are thinking. Recently, I was speaking to someone who is into real estate. He started doing real estate when he was 15 years old. And after speaking to this man, I was so inspired because he answered almost every single question that I had about real estate. You know, I'm not into real estate, right? But he answered every single question, every single doubt that I had about real estate. This man answered it deeply, and I'm like, yo, some people are actually killing it. So when you come here, let networking be your number one thing. Network a lot, be friends with people in high places. Over here, you should be fortunate enough to get people in power who do not think like they are better than you. You know, when you're in Ghana, when you get to meet an assemblyman, he's surrounded by bodyguards, he's surrounded by people. Over here, you can meet a governor, even I can meet a mayor at a grocery store. These people are almost everywhere. Be friends with people, always be prepared to network with people. The second thing you want to be doing is to have friends from every single country. Now, this is a multicultural country, right? In your class, you probably have someone from Jamaica, Canada, India, China, Thailand, Japan, North Korea. You would want to be friends with all these people, have international friends. You've had enough of Ghanaian friends, you've had enough of Nigerian friends, you've had enough of Sierra Leone friends. You would want to be friends with people from other countries, right? These people would open your mind to the kind of culture they have in their country. You get to know that in Jamaica, when you speak this way, it's very disrespectful. But then when you speak that way in Ghana, it actually means you're a very respectful person, right? So you want to be friends with people all around the world, have international friends. It gives you an open mind. And secondly, for all you know, you would want to visit that country one day. And what would happen if you don't know anyone then? So be friends with people from all the parts of the world. Every country in this world, have friends over there. The next thing you would want to do is to apply to multiple visas as your backup. This is a little bit weird. I don't see people talking about this, but then when you're in the US, for all you know, it's easier to get visas to other countries because when you're in the US schooling, you have your student ID, you have a proof that you are living in the US schooling. Which country is going to deny your visa when you are schooling in the US and you want to visit Germany? Which government in the Germany would think that, oh, he's actually schooling in the US and he wants to run to Germany when they clearly know that the US is far, far better than Germany? So you'd want to take advantage of these things, apply to Canadian visas, apply to Germany, apply to these Schengen countries, and use them as backup. Even if you don't plan on traveling, apply to them. It wouldn't cost that much to apply to these things. I think Canada, you should spend less than $250 to apply for a Canadian visa. Get conferences and use them as an excuse to apply for visas to these countries and have them as backup, because this is not your country, this is not your home, and so you become a permanent resident, you would want to have a backup. The next thing you would want to do if you are on F1 visa is invest in personal development. When I say invest in personal development, take a lot of online classes. When you go on my LinkedIn, there should be about 20 to 30 online courses that you would see over there. So I've taken so many classes from Allison, LinkedIn, EDX. I've taken a lot of online classes, not because I have time, not because I'm bored, but then when you have all these online classes attached to your resume, it speaks volume to them. It speaks like, oh, this person is someone who is willing to learn. This person is open-minded. He has an experience in this. He has an experience in that. Even, I can't believe I took a course in event management when I don't even organize events, right? But then I have it on my resume that I have taken a class from this particular course on my resume. Invest into personal development. Invest into personal growth, because the world keeps moving. If you do not develop yourself and you are stuck on social media watching these weird ass beef people fighting on the internet, beefing each other on the internet, and you get soaked by these things, it affects you, right? So invest into personal development, work on yourself. You are the biggest project you would ever work on. Work on your looks, work on your character. Most importantly, work on your development, right? So you want to invest into your personal development if you really want to be successful here on F1 visa. The next thing you want to do is get your finances right. I know it's very difficult, it's very scary. If you're on F1, you barely have enough to save, but I'm telling you that if you're on F1 visa and you are smart, you can pass and you can maneuver your way to make some money. I don't need to tell you, once it's the legal way to make money, you should try and make some money, whether it's about starting a business back home and then getting the return and then saving it in Ghana. Have a possible way to make money. Take advantage of the system over here and make money. When you make the money, do not spend it on stuff, shoes and all those things. Invest this money. You can buy stocks on F1 visa. You can save in these bonds and all those whatever stuff. I'm not good into stocks and stuff. So you can save on all these things, and then you would want to save in your personal savings account. Have money for rainy days. This is America, and if you're in the US already, you can relate that this is a country that when you are in trouble, you don't have a friend, okay? When you fall in trouble, you don't have people who would literally be there that, hey, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to support you. No, it's not going to happen. When you fall in trouble here, that is when you get to know your real friends. Now, recently, when I moved to this state that I'm in, I got pulled over by the police, and the person who was the reason why I got pulled over is not even talking to me. He was the reason why I got pulled over. I was going to see him, and the police pulled me over, impounded my car, but this guy is not even talking to me. He's blocked me everywhere. You understand? So when you're in trouble, people are not there for you. You are the only person going to be there for you. So make sure that you have enough money saved up for rainy days. The next thing you want to do if you really want to be successful as an F1 or international student in the US is be open to opportunities. When I say be open to opportunities, put shyness aside. This is not a country where you would want to be, oh, I'm shy, I'm an introvert. Opportunities will walk past you. Say yes to every single thing in the US. When I say yes, I don't mean say yes to bad things. I mean, when your professor sends an email, hey, I need 10 people to volunteer for me in this project, just reply, hey, I'm interested. Say yes to every opportunity that comes your way. Hey, we need someone to represent the school in this. Say yes to it. Say yes to every opportunity, because there is a reason why that opportunity came your way. So recently I had another opportunity to teach in a particular school over the summer, and I was skeptical because it's like, I've not taught before, I'm not a teacher, like it's going to be a one-day event. And I was speaking to someone, he was like, there is a reason why they decided to let you teach, so you have to go for it. And I said yes to it, right? So say yes to every opportunity that comes your way. If someone in your church wants you to organize or lead something, say yes to it. For all you know, it's going to be an open door for your next breakthrough. The next thing you want to do, which most people don't really know has an impact, is to build your social media. When I say build your social media, this is America. Attention is the currency here. When people see your social media and they're like, you have 3,000 followers, 4,000 people following you on Instagram, oh my God, you are famous over here. When I came here, my Instagram was, I think, 3,000 or 4,000, I don't really remember. And when I give my Instagram out to people over here, they're like, yo, you're famous. In my previous school, they were like, this guy is famous in Africa, this guy is famous, because I had 15,000 followers on Instagram. When in Ghana, when people have 100,000, you don't even get the respect that you need. But then when you come here and you have a huge following on your social media, it's like, oh, it's a big deal over here. And we don't call it social media. We don't see it to be social media like most people see it. We call it an online portfolio. Now, when it comes to online portfolio, what people back home, what Ghanaians, what Nigerians see as show off, it's called an online portfolio here. So let's say when you go for an event and you get to speak in front of tens and thousands of people and you post it on your Instagram, you are building an online portfolio. Through that, people would see you and they're like, hey, I saw you speak at this event. Would you mind passing by? And that is how you keep going. But then people back home see these things and they're like, they get jealous, they get angry that, why are you showing off? I go to United Nations, I post it and people are insulting me that I'm showing off. I should hide myself. I should be low key. When people in America are getting inspired by these things, you understand? Do not let the jealousy and do not let the backbiting of our people back home affect your growth over here, because no matter who you are, no matter what you do, people are still going to talk. So let them talk and keep doing you. So build your online portfolio. Be mindful of the things you put on your Instagram. If you're a girl, do not post naked pictures and be twerking. And none of these things are attractive. Don't be posting these things out there, test trapping men and stuff. If you're a guy, don't be posting shirtless pictures of you, except you're a bodybuilder or you are trying to train people to get into bodybuilding. But then watch what you put on your Instagram, because over here, even applying for a dishwashing job, they'll go to your social media. They'll find a way to see your social media, and that is how come people get arrested for hate speech and all these things. So build your online portfolio, build your social media, document every single good thing that happens in your life. Contrary to what I'm about to talk about next, which is have a low-key life. When I say have a low-key life, it doesn't mean do not post on social media. The difference between having a low-key life and not posting on social media is social media, you are scared that people are going to judge you, so you don't post. You are not being low-key. You are letting people dictate how you should live your life. Having a low-key life means not giving an idea about who you are dating. Let's say you're in a very beautiful relationship and then you post pictures with your girlfriend kissing her, and then, babe, you are the best thing to ever happen to me. Getting your girlfriend a flower and then you are posting it. Having friends chilling and then you are posting all this. These things are what is called not living a low-key life. But then when you post an achievement, let's say you get an opportunity to meet a lawyer and then you take a picture with this person and you post it for the validation. People on the internet see it and they're like, oh, he met this person, he met these people, he met that people, he's actually a valid guy, right? All these things get your name out there. Get your name out there. When I'm telling you to get your name out there, make sure that people know you in your school, not for the wrong reason, but for the right reason. Always volunteer. Take up volunteering opportunities when there is an event or something that you wish to volunteer. Just go, hey, I want to work for free. I want to volunteer for free. When you have enough time during breaks, spring break, don't waste it. Okay, go online. Volunteering opportunities near me, and then sign up for these things. Okay, you can volunteer online or in person. If you believe you'll be coming to the US and you're in Ghana, start volunteering in Ghana. Go online, search for volunteering opportunities, and then just get yourself set up, and then you can also join these things. So build an online portfolio. Do not care about what people back home are going to say. Ghanaians, Nigerians, they just have some backward mentality, which if you follow, you will not do anything in this life. The next thing you would want to do that would most definitely set you up for success in America is take your spiritual life serious. When I'm telling you to take your spiritual life serious, this is coming from someone who was extremely prayerful in Ghana, came to the US, and for about 3 months I wasn't praying. I had lost the fire that I had lost the faith that I had, because I was carried away by America, traveling these days, and I saw what was happening to me. I saw the kind of things happening to me, and I realized that no, I needed to go back to where I was born. I needed to go back to where I had my blessings and stuff. So you would want to have your spiritual life. If you're a Christian, take your prayer life serious. Organize your midnight prayers. Don't lose that fire that you brought here. When you come here, don't think that Americans do not pray. Americans, they are something else. Take your spiritual life serious. If you're Muslim, still do your 5 days prayer. You guys are in the season of Ramadan. Take it serious. If you serve Buddha or all those things, don't take those things serious. Be connected to your source, because this is America. Everything happens here. People are shooting all the time. People are doing dangerous stuff, and you need that covering from God. So that is also another thing that would definitely set you up for success. Another thing that should surely set you up for success is take your academics serious. I beg you, okay? When you come to the US, nothing hurts more than seeing your grades decline in the middle of the semester. It's just 2 months into the semester and your GPA is already, or your grade is already at a C. Like, do you know how depressing it feels to have your GPA very low in front of you, right in front of you? Take your academics serious. This is the trick. When you come here, make sure that in your first semester, you are getting a 4.0 GPA. You have no excuse to get anything below a 3.7 or a 3.6, because your first year is the easiest of all. First year, you are taking introductory courses. You are taking 35, 50 minutes classes. Introduction to English, introduction to that. You would want to break these classes, get all the A's in those classes, and then when you move to the subsequent semesters, as it becomes tough, as it becomes difficult for you, you kind of adjust, and you know that your GPA will still be strong. But then when you misbehave in your first year and your GPA falls below 3.0, you are going to struggle to bring them up. If you want to know how to bounce back academically, I'll probably link a video up here or there on how I actually moved from a 2.7 GPA to a 3.7 GPA and even got into the Dean's List. So you want to click on that video. The next thing you would want to do as an international student, this goes to my brothers. This particular session goes to my brothers. Stay away from women over here. When I tell you to stay away from women over here, I've seen it happen to someone before. Not me, I've seen it happen to a very close friend of mine, just because he couldn't control himself. You know, there's this perception that people have back home that when you come here, it's easier to get a woman here. These women are heartless. These people can put you in trouble with no guilt, with zero guilt. You look at them in a certain way and they can even accuse you of stalking. They will be like, oh, you are being weird, you are harassing me, just by looking at them. So the best thing to do is avoid these women. If you are texting a lady from the US and she's like, not responding to you, please do not text them. Delete their numbers. Do not be trying to get them on date. Hey, can you come to my room? Never ever take a girl to your room, except you know her to the point that you know that this person is like she's not going to do that to me. Even with that one, you should be careful, because these people can put you in trouble. And when I say they can put you in trouble, one, you are from Africa, two, you're on the visa, they don't even listen to your case, you wouldn't even have time to afford a lawyer. So please stay away from the women here. The women here are not easy to get. The women over here don't like you coming from Africa. They are living their life. You should also live your life. Remember, you came here with a goal, so you should focus on that. And the women too, do not think you are going to get a rich old white man to get married to and then you become successful and you become rich. Focus on your hard work and then you should be fine. The next thing that I should probably add up to this list, if you really want to be successful or if you want to set yourself up as an international student, is probably you would want to travel a lot. If you have the means, travel. When I tell you to travel, you get to know the benefit of traveling. You didn't come here just to study, you came here to explore. You have a visa to the US, not to that particular state that you live in. I've been to about 32 states, and the way I was able to travel to all these states was because I became friends with someone who was always traveling. So I just tag along and then we'll be traveling. And traveling in the US is not even that expensive. When you guys go in groups, it should be affordable for you guys. So if you get the opportunity and you get the privilege to travel, please travel, explore America. For nothing is going to happen, nothing bad is going to happen to you. No one would arrest you. No one would ever in the US meet you by the roadside and ask you for your passport. I don't remember when I even used my passport. My passport is probably in my room. I don't know where it is because no one cares about your passport or your status here. America has over 300 million people. No one is thinking about you. No one is monitoring you. Have the freedom or feel free to do whatever you want to do. And the last thing that I would add is stay away from negative friends. When I tell you to stay out of negative friends, I mean you should, okay? People are like, oh, sometimes I don't see you hanging around with friends. I don't see you hanging around with people and all that. Not because people are bad, not because people are evil, but I'm the kind of person who hates negativity so much. If I tell you I hate negativity, I hate it with all my heart. And people who mostly are on F1 visas possess this kind of character of like fear. Okay, when you want to do something, they're always speaking fear into you. Hey, you there, you mind your business. Hey, you there, you get into trouble. Hey, you there, you understand. And I don't want this kind of energy around me. So I'll just mind my business, be in my zone. And when I mind my business and I'm in my zone, I do things and I'm able to achieve them, right? So you would want to be around positive people who are always pushing you. I have friends from Ghana, and when I want to do something, they're always discouraging me. They're always pulling me down, telling me to mind my business. I'll get arrested. But then when I tell people from Jamaica, when I tell people from even India, they are so inspired, they are so happy to push me. You understand? So you see the difference. You wouldn't want to waste your time on people who are always going to be negative and all those things. So yeah, hopefully I've been able to share these little things with you. Have this I can do mindset. This visa that you are coming on can change your entire life bloodline. Barack Obama's dad came to America on an F1 visa, and Obama became the president of America. If you really want to live in the US and if you want to set yourself up for success, you need to start working on it now. You need to start creating opportunities, start looking for opportunities, build your online presence. I'm telling you from a fact that you have no idea how just TikTok videos that I've been making have made people think I'm actually here, when in actual fact I'm nowhere near them. Someone will see you on TikTok and they're like, yo, you make TikTok videos? And I'm like, yes. And then they think you're already successful, right? Build your online presence. Stop insulting people on your social media. And if you're in Ghana and you're in Nigeria and you see people in America posting the conferences they've been attending, the events they've been attending, stop the hate. Stop hating on them. When you see people making videos in the snow, stop calling them villagers. They are not villagers. You are the villager, because it's only someone who has problems mentally will be jealous or will be angry that someone is being happy. You are a narcissist. If you see someone happy and you try to push their happiness down, you want them to feel like they are stupid because they are happy. You need to work on yourself. So that is the little that I wanted to share with you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and also special thanks to every single one who reached out to me on my birthday, March 4th. I was so happy because a lot of people reached out to me. Thank you guys so much. And the book has been successful. We ran number 1 on Amazon, new release, for I think about 6 hours. My name was just number 1 on Amazon, new release. So if you haven't gotten a copy yet, the book is about parenting, abuse from parents, how to heal from parental abuse. If your parents abuse you, how to heal from these things. You would want to get a copy, and I'll see you in the next video.